What's up? What's up? This is Wh1tcomb here producing some more awesome bass music for you guys. Hey, if you tuned in to our Battle Royale over the weekend, thanks for tuning in. As you can tell, my voice is still a little hoarse from that. It was a blast. If you didn't tune in, go check out our Redline Reload channel, Twitch channel. We have it posted, and I think eventually we're going to end up posting it on YouTube. Shouts out to Apparition, the new Redline Reload champion with 10 reloads. But so yeah, other than that, go check that out. It was an awesome event. We had a blast. But without further ado, let's see where I'm at with this track. My mind's a little fuzzy on it just because it was a very busy weekend. Fun but busy. So let's see where I'm at.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Oh dear.
Bring me a drink. Bring me a drink.
Oh dear.
Okay, cool. So I have some ideas from that. So first off, I want to bounce this 808 kick because I think I had it a lot. It was a lot more louder. No, it had a lot more distortion on it, and I found that whenever I do 808 kicks in Massive, for some reason they tend to change volume. Nothing else in Massive does that for me, but the 808 kicks for some reason can never stay the same volume. So I'm just gonna bounce it to audio, and then so I can make it whatever volume I want. So we'll take off all this stuff, just have the straight up message patch. Then we are going to resample it, solo it, arm that, and let's go. Okay, cool. So that's resampled. So make sure you turn this off, right? No input. So, and then we'll drop both these. We'll drag them over. Let's make sure this actually is working right before I delete that. Cool. Are those clicks in that? Nope. Okay, the clicks aren't in there. That's just my computer. So we'll get rid of this. .808 drop. I don't think I've saved yet, so it's the 14th. Okay, and then here's where the magic is all gonna happen with this 808 drop kick. Just loop it. There we go. I think I can get a little bit more crunch on it. Let's see what. That's so strange. 5's the magic number, I guess. Interesting. Okay, so let's just pull this back a little bit now. Okay, and then we'll listen to it in context.
Oh dear.
So that'll need some mixing later, because it's hard to hear the crunch when you have it occupying the same frequency. But actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just, in order to kind of boost all that, we'll toss utility on it to bring it down. Make sure we EQ it here. EQ it there. And if I put a shelf on here, this will probably pop it up. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That works. And then let's see, that main, this trapped, oh yeah, okay, that's hitting excessively loud, so that explains it. Hitting louder than everything else, so let's toss a utility on that. Maybe like -6. Cool. And I think I wanted to mess around with some like video gamey stuff. Yeah, definitely some video gamey stuff in the intro. So let's see. So let's see what I can get out of this. So I am going to use a plugin called Peach, and kind of just browse through and see what I can get out of it. Chip VSTs, Peach. Oh, okay. See, there we go. I already had an idea. Oh, because there's a kick there.
Bring me a drink. Make him the cutest. Bring me a drink. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like.
See, how do I guess I have this doing?
I've ever seen. I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover.
Do I have that in there? I think. Let's try this. What if I do this?
Bring me a drink. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
That sounds good. not so sure about this part.
to call my own. Please turn on your magic.
I need to adjust this one now, though. There we go.
Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman. Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman. Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay, so first thing, let's toss on the EQ8. Oh, oops. Oh, okay. Ableton's freezing, that's why. Cool.
Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Do I maybe want to pitch this up? Let's try that.
Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Yeah, that's good, but then it's still too loud, so...
Nights are over.
Okay, and let's do some sort of panning on here. Auto pan. Let's mess around with some of this. Let's try dizziness. Let's see what that feels like.
Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest.
Oh, yeah. No, that really is a little bit too dizzy.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman. Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. I'm so alone.
Cool. Then I was thinking about video game chords, so let's see how I would fit those in. And let's try this Triforce for that. See that.
Bring me a dream.
This is definitely loud. So let's turn that down to, I think they're all the levels there. So the easiest way to do it's probably going to be via utility. So with that, whoa. Oops.
Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Bring me a drink. Bum, bum. Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Make it.
Okay, so let's join those. Oops, that's not how I wanted them to join though.
Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest. Bring me a drink.
There we go. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making. Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum, bum, bum. Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest that I've ever. Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum, 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 bum. Give in to.
Okay, and then let's change that to major.
Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum, 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 bum. Give in to lips like roses and clover. Bum, bum, bum. And tell. Bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum, 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 bum. Give in to lips like roses and clover. Bum, bum, bum. And tell them that.
Nah, that's not really working.
Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Sandman, bring me a drink. Bum, 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 bum. Making the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum, 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 bum. Give in to lips like roses and clover. Bum, bum, bum. And tell them that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Bum, bum, bum. Don't have nobody to call my own. Bum, 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 bum. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Oh dear.
Give him two lips like roses and clover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm all alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Oh dear.
Bring me a dream.
Okay, so I think the big thing now is going to be, well, let's mix these first.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him Mr. Sandman. Mr.
Okay, so what I did there is I have all my ARPs, and I boosted all the high so that it's cutting through the vocals, because the vocals are around this 1K range. And I have a lot of information in the ARPs in that range too, so they're gonna clash. And then for the vocals, I kind of cut around this range because I want my ARPs to poke out a little more there. Keeping in mind that these vocals, for the most part, are down the center.
Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
And the ARPs are kind of on the outside, which actually is okay, but I probably want a little bit of stereo information on these vocals. Not much, but a little bit. So in order to do that, let's make sure I'm not doing that anywhere else. Nope. In order to do that, let's make some left-right channels. So here's a utility. So I'm gonna group this, and if you've watched my stream before, you've seen me do this. Gonna have two chains. One's gonna be a right, one's gonna be a left. Okay, so then we're going to pan this. Let's say 17 left, 17 right, and then might as well, let's do a mid. And this will be 0. So here's our left. Oops, here's our left. Oh, oops, I did that wrong. So let's name this left. Let's name this right. And then don't forget to name the effect rack. Left, left, right, and mid. Okay, and then here's my right. So here's that left. Wait, here's that left. Yep, here's that right. And here's that mid. And we're gonna -4 that. Let's -4 this. And let's see what that gets us.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a drink, make him the cutest.
But something tells me those vocals are pretty loud. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely, we're clipping. So then let's throw a utility in after that. And then we're going to do like -10 on this. Yeah. So before, after.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a drink, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, bring me a drink, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are.
Okay, so then here's the peach. And you know, actually, I think I'm just gonna take this and I think I'm just gonna grab it and put it here. And we'll pull these all the way left and right. Okay, so probably negative. I probably do like -7. So let's see how that mixes in.
Bring me a drink, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Bring me a drink, make him the cutest.
Okay, so we're gonna do some EQing on this because I'm hearing some nasty frequencies in it. There's like a ring in there. So we're gonna peak it. There's still a little bit. It's like doom da doom. Like that sort of frequency, like doom da doom. So it might still be below there, so I think I might just try to cut that and then get rid of this foreign.
That his lonesome nights are over. Bring me a drink, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Bring me a drink, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover,
Okay, so now let's adjust these basses, see if I can fatten them up, thicken them out a little bit. So here's this first one. Actually, there's one before that. Let's move this. Oh. Because it's, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's drop wubs that does that hit in the beginning. So that's pretty much like right in the middle. So let's see, what are we doing? What are we doing here? The spreads. The spread's mostly in that high, but we probably want some more in that bass area. And for good taste, we'll throw some dimension expander on there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Dimension Expander is like a masterpiece. It's just like you throw it on and it's like, oh, okay, there's my thickness. Let's see, I have a sub covering that area, so I don't need it. And you know what? I might need some. I could do this, or I could just do a. I could do a multi-band dynamics on it. Actually, well, I'm still gonna want this. But I'm not gonna want that. So let's crank up this ratio. Let's crank up that. Crank up that. So these are boosting the volume, if I remember correctly. This is doing like limiting, and then this is compressing. So let's limit and compress at the same time. And then we'll adjust the amount either based on the input or the output. So let's do it based on the input. Okay, see, but I probably want this at like, let's try 300. And I actually don't want that, so let's do like -5 on it. Let's do 5, let's do 4, and then we'll do 0. And where's that sitting? And so we'll pull that back a little bit. Let's pull it back with the utility. And then let's limit it up to where I want it. Let's say I'm gonna say I don't want it past -10. So let's put a ceiling of -10 and no gain on it. So it's just, you know, saying, hey, don't go past -10. But actually, let's do a little bit of gain on it. Cool. So that sounds pretty cool. Let's see, where does it hit again? Cool. So let's work on this zombie. Okay, so what do I already have on there? I already have a camel crusher. I have a drive on it, an amp, utility, dimension expander. So I already have that. That's properly dimension expanded. Okay, so then the only thing I really think is probably the dynamics on it. So let's do another one of these multiband dynamics, and let's see what's happening here. Let's see, where is there stuff here? And then where does that leave this? And then let's boost this up maybe to 7,000 just so. Yeah, so that's just mostly that white. So I'm gonna want a decent amount of that to come through to give it that nice crunch. So that piece is going to be important for me here. What if I do 400? So not much is happening there. So I think similar to what I'm doing right now is there's an OTT setting. I think that's kind of what I'm doing here. You're limiting and compressing at the same time, or compressing first and then limiting. Okay, so I don't really need much of that. So let's just do like a 1 there. So not much is happening. Let's do maybe like a 4 in that. And I really want to hear that. So we're gonna do like a 10. Maybe a little less there. Let's do like a 7. So that I could definitely adjust this output. Let's we want a little more of that. So 2, maybe not much of that. So let's do 4 on this. Okay, so then similar before, let's just figure out where this is hitting at. So it looks like it's -11, so let's do that. And then I don't think that needs any limiting because the multi-band dynamics all kind of brought that out in this sound. So we're just setting a ceiling there to make sure it doesn't hop over it. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, there's kind of like a growl somewhere in here. Where is that? Yeah, here. Okay, so here's that growl. So let's get that figured out. So that's thick, but it's not poking through. And where's it hitting at? Let's just try something basic. What if we just EQ it? So we're just gonna EQ it and then we'll slam it. And then we'll limit it. Where does that put it at? So let's bring it back by like 2. And I might have to pitch it up just to make it sound different than everything else. And we'll do limiter of -11. Yeah, so let's try pitching it up. Let's see what happens when I do that. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll limit it maybe by like 3. Okay, so 3 sounds. Let's see. There's a drop wubs, zombie, and then this scream. And let's see. Did the scream have some interesting stereo on it? Overdrive. It doesn't. I bet you it'll sound really good if I put just a little bit of the spectrum, or not the spectrum. The dimension expander. And there's other ways to use stereo, but the dimension expander is just so easy. It's it gets the results I want. So okay, and where are the snares? Yeah, and this could definitely like -5. And then let's put a limiter on this, not to limit, but just to break a wall, just to kind of set a ceiling. And we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna make sure the snare is hitting at a nice area. So make sure these snares and kicks are poking out. Get rid of some of these frequencies. But oh wait, Yeah, no, I don't want that because that's where the intro snare is coming in too. So I just want this drop snare. Oh, okay, so I already have something there. Okay, and then we'll set a limiter for 7 on this one, or at least the ceiling for 7. And I could probably get some more punch out of it. Cool. Okay, and let's see what the percussion sounds like. So I hadn't really done any mixing on this track. You know, I like to try to mix as I go, but sometimes it's hard to keep up with that. So I'm gonna see what the percussion sounds like, and then I'm done for the day. So there's a closed hat, and I kind of wish it had a little bit more smack to it. Yeah, so now I'm gonna need to bring it down to like 6. Okay, so there's nothing on this. So this could definitely use some more bright high spectrum. Same here. And it's hitting there, so let's do like -14. It comes in, what, like here? So let's do, and let's kind of bring this out a little bit. 25. So it really sounds like it's in the right here. So then we're gonna take another utility and, oh yeah, that's why. I'm not really sure why I need the limiter. Okay, so let's see, how does all that fit in?
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream, making the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his love tonight's all over.
Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna do some volume on here. Mixer, speaker on, we want track volume, so.
Night's all over.
Oh dear.
You know what I think I need on here? Kick and snare. I think the snare needs more stereo, because I thought it needed like a wash on it, and it kind of has a wash, and that'd be cool, but I don't know if I want that in this track. But what I do want is some, maybe like a dimension expander that's gonna fatten it up. But I only want it in the high section, in the highs. So we're gonna group it. Duplicate it, dry. Wet. Call it a para dim expander. Okay, delete it here. Then in the wet, we're going to toss an EQ8. Cool, so we're going to take this EQ8 and we're going to do this. There we go. Maybe a little bit of that hit. Yeah, no, definitely. This needs to be cut like that. And then not a lot of this. Cool. So that's good. Let me just take some notes on what I want to do. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna want to do a trap vocal. So second drop trap vocal, chop vocal. Mix first drop second. I was thinking about using the key change. There's a natural key change in this song, in the original song, and I'm thinking about maybe incorporating that into the song somehow. That'd be kind of unique. It'd probably be at the drop. But other than that, I think that's all I have for the day. So, you know, if you were tuning in, thanks for tuning in. Otherwise, you could catch this on YouTube. But, you know, I'm Wh1tcomb. I do these Central Standard Time from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. every Monday and Friday. Thanks for tuning in, and go check out some of the other programs we have on the Redline Reload Network. Some cool stuff. and we have a lot more coming too. Peace.